Perfect love expels all fears. 1 John 4:18. Sometimes peace is better than being right. So you do what? Choose your battles wisely. Hi family, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's still your lady P Love, lovely, innocent Ekayam. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing this channel or seeing this beautiful face, you are highly welcome. Feel at home. Please do go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button, the notification button, turn it on so I get alerted when we upload or go live with new videos. And you might as well check through old videos and you can find one or two that will add value to your life. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers. I appreciate you. So today I'll quickly share something that will add value to you and I, and also can help us to relate with people around us. Yes, it may not be you going through that, it can be someone around you, it can be a brother, a sister. You know, from this it can help you. Okay, I came across this topic and it's like a question. Have you ever felt this self-sabotaging thoughts or actions around you before? You know, there's this self-sabotaging spirit that someone may possess out of past hurts. Yes, and if it is not well managed, if it is not dealt with, it can affect one in life, in relationship. I had to go on to research more and read about this, and I discovered that it is something that is real. And I don't know, maybe mostly is with women. So when you talk about self-sabotaging spirit, it has to do with assumption. You know, it has to do with this feeling of abandonment. Let's take, for instance, you're in a relationship with someone, and the vibe of that person is going off. You now feel this person is no more giving me the vibe. Is feeling there's this distance you feel from the person. You begin to assume things on your head, in your mind. Your thought is telling you this person is, you know, acting up, or the next thing that spirit tells you is this: cut off from them before they do. Leave them before they leave you. So what does somebody with that self-sabotaging spirit do? Begins to look for what reasons, begin to look for, assume things that you have done against him or her in order to do what? Just to pull off. And I find this to be wrong. I think I have seen that it's something that happens, but if we don't pay attention to it, it just keeps happening. They're always on the defense side. Okay, you find yourself constantly in a relationship where you are the one that easily, you know, you pull off, you just distance yourself. I don't want to, please, before he or she does this, before this and that. You assume things. The person, take for instance, somebody has said something, and you feel this is because of me, this is this, that, and then the next thing, you just blast whoever is involved and just pull off immediately. You may have to check this. All right. Know it that nobody is perfect. You are not perfect. So that spirit that is telling you that you are better than others is a lying spirit. The Bible says the heart of man is wicked and desperately what is evil and desperately wicked. That includes your heart and includes my heart. But if you have a relationship with God and the Holy Spirit indwells in you, trust me, the fruits of the Spirit will be evident in you, in the things you say and the actions you take. I am not there yet. I'm working on myself and I'm getting better to the glory of God. There's some things that may happen and be like, oh, this is not lovely. It's just not who I used to be. I noticed sometime like 2 years ago or so, in a group, you know, friends, they're like, you know, they're pulling away, and I had to like think, what is going on? Is it because I'm changing environment or because of this? And at the time I had to tell myself, well, whatever it is, let God help me. And I prayed about it, and I know that I didn't do anything. I didn't hurt you. So, but with time now, these people are coming around, and I got to know that it's just misunderstanding. Maybe you felt because you're no more coming closer, because you're no more reachable like you used to be before. Someone can at a time want to stay away, want at a time give you some peace, want at a time, you know, take a break. It doesn't mean that they are thinking evil for you. It doesn't mean that they are planning evil for you. No. Someone with self-sabotaging spirit, they go a long way to that. You discuss your problems with them, the challenges you must have had, maybe hurts from relationships. They keep it, and when your vibe is pulling up from them, they use it to do what? Attack you. They use it to say also, and some of them are good with words. So you cannot tell me that you have a relationship with God and the things you speak out to people does not edify. There's a post I read and it says, well, speak when it improves in silence. If your words that you speak to people does not improve them when they are alone, then you must have to reconsider what you say. And if you're a man watching this video, you're not yet married, you want to marry a lady who has this character, who has this spirit, you notice that always complaining about friends, always complaining about this person, that person, want to pull away from this person, I don't want trouble. Please, it will be a thing of joy for you to handle it before you pay the bride price. Because if you don't handle such and you just see it as, it's a good thing, let's stay on our own, and you marry, trust me, even your family will suffer the consequences of it. Because this person may not even find the reason you're relating with. Everybody around you is a suspect. You assume they are going to harm you. This person will assume they are not going to be of any good to you. Your place of work, you are in danger because you don't assume anything good. The result or the cause of this is past hurt. So sometimes it's good if you have things that have happened in the past, you sit down. There's something my husband, was talking about today. He said, learn to talk to yourself, not just listen. And that is true. When we sit down to analyze things, when we sit down to think about things, when we sit down to, we are allowing our mind to tell us things, we are assuming. And trust me, you may get it wrong. Because your mind will always tell you what. So the Bible says the heart of man is what? Is evil and desperately wicked. It's telling you. But when you learn to speak to yourself, you may get better. You will, not me. You will get better. That mind is telling you, this person's vibe is going off because of this and that. They are planning against you. You tell your mind, no, I have love. Irrespective of whatever that person is thinking. Irrespective of whatever. The person may be even going through a lot. You give excuses for people. Give excuses for why they did this and did that. And trust me, when there is a conflict between you and somebody, you two are involved. So don't just, people with sabotaging spirits will carry all the blame and put on another person and defend themselves. They're always on the defense side. They want to defend themselves. They want to be that perfect person. Some of them may even analyze your posts. You post something, they see it as you are showing off you are this. But they do the same thing. Why? They have told themselves the lies that they are better. You make a statement, they condemn you for that. But they make the same statement as well. But their mind will never allow them to talk to themselves that they are not perfect. The mind will keep feeding them with this assumption, with this self-defensing thought that they are better. And they are better off without you. At this age, at this time, is it time to be going around making troubles? And no, it does not pay. And if you have a wife already married, you didn't know, and this is happening, you may have to help the person to work on him or herself. It's vice versa. It can even happen with the man, but I think mostly with women. So there's a question was asked, and some women, they gave their response. This one said, I do this silly thing when I sense someone's vibe is off, or I notice they are a little distant, then I retaliate and pull away. I make up my mind that they want to abandon me, or that they are planning, one evil. This is another person's response. Then this one says, I feel you. I went through the same thing. Perhaps you have experienced something, form of repeated social punishment. It could even be something that you must have happened between you and somebody in the past, not once, not twice. People abandoned you. People, when you were expecting them to be there for you, they left you, they treated you wrongly. You felt abandoned, you felt the assumption was, so now the what feeds your mind is the assumption that this is going to repeat itself again. So this lady is talking about this experience she had, so for now, that assumption is there that this person, anybody, their vibe is not there, the feed they stand from is going to also do what? Go the same way they have experienced in the past. See, when you weren't being nice or something like that, not in the mood, try reprogramming your brain. It is a long process, but I promise it is worth it. This is what she's doing. This is what is helping her. It's helping her. Practice telling yourself that the reason for someone's vibe being off has absolutely nothing to do with you. Example, they might be going through a bad day. They have some sad things that they're dealing with, and you are there assuming that they are off because of you. No. That's what I mentioned earlier before, what my husband said. Learn to talk to yourself. Don't just allow your mind to keep reasoning always. Learn to talk to yourself, especially when it gets to do things that has to do with your emotions. Talk to yourself. All right. So you see this lady's own. This is what she has gone through in the past, and so right now, this is what she's practicing. And she said it is helping her. Then the third one says, I am exactly the same way. Journal writing helps me. I write all my feelings out. Run on sentences, no grammar. It makes no sense, but it's like, an out. It releases it from my brain and my body, and I feel a lot for a while. This one has a journal for 3 years. See, that's what she has been doing. Has been doing writing. It helps her. Instead of her to react to that person, instead of her to voice out, instead of her to vomit venom, she goes into writing, and it's been helping her. Instead of telling the person that she knows, so that tomorrow her mind is telling her tomorrow this person will use it against you. See, that's part of sabotaging spirit. It makes the person not to be let me say vulnerable or free in a relationship with someone that they are so close to. You understand? So these are things we have to look out for. This one says, I do this really fun and quickie thing where when I am talking to a guy and I feel like the vibe is off, he is being dry with me, I impulsively end things with him because my brain is always like, leave them before they can leave you. Did you hear that? This one, she's doing that with guys. If the guy the vibe is no longer, she feels that the guy is being dry with her. Impulsively, she works with impulse. She will do abandon the person quickly because the mind is telling her they will soon leave you. That is why their vibe is dry. I've really had bad abandonment issues, so I convince myself it is being less painful if I leave before they can hurt me. My goodness. This person has had a lot of abandoned issues. So for her, leaving people before they leave her is what gives her the relief. This is painful. It is less painful for her if she's one that does the leaving. Leave before they hurt. It is really self-sabotaging because sometimes the guys are just busy or got nothing, no stuffs on their own, no evil, nothing. They are not thought of any evil. But this self-sabotaging spirit will tell the person to do leave before they leave you. So for her, it feels less painful that she left, not you left them. A lot of response here that I may not go on. So it's to tell you and I that this is real. So why did I bring it up here today? Is to help you and to help me to look out for this and do more of talking to yourself. If that you are listening to your mind and is bringing things that does not improve. Sometimes people are their vibe is going up because they want to stay away from you. Good and fine. Just let it be. You don't have to go about your day. You don't have to go about to show that you are better than them. You don't have to go about. Some people use their mouth and their words and speak all kinds of things and then walk away. You don't have to do that. You can peacefully get away. That's why I said here before, choose your battles wisely. Because sometimes peace is better than being right. If you're not born again, you have to give your life to Christ. That's when you can be able to overcome this spirit, self-sabotaging spirit, because it's not for your own good at all. It's something that will affect your future and affect your family, and even affect your marriage, because you put your husband in bondage, you put your wife in bondage. They will suffer things that have happened in your past, not things that are even supposed to be relevant. So if you have a spouse who is into this, who is feeling this way, help him or her to get out of this situation so that you can have a happy home. And most times, these people with sabotaging spirit are so controlling. They will control their husbands. They will anything. If they are women, they will control their husband. They don't want you to. Don't talk to these people. Don't do. If you have somebody in a relationship with your friends and you notice that, you can reach out. Babe, hey guy, what's up? What's happening? Why this silence? I hope all is well. Reach out. Even if they don't reply you, just let it be. I've done your part. And when the time is for them to come back, they come back. And it's for you to end. Let it end peacefully and go. God bless you for watching this video. I would like to have your comments, your reactions, your take on this topic. And see my next video. Bye.